it's kind of important to keep your notebook computer cool. I mean, especially if you use it. You don't want it to overheat because it's going to slow down, and of course that's adding wear and tear to the machine. So they have notebook coolers. In fact, I've got a notebook cooler sitting underneath my notebook right now, a laptop, notebook computer, whatever you want to call it. And I think really the proper term is notebook. I don't really ever set my notebook computer on my lap anymore because it does kind of get hot. And I've gone through a few notebook coolers and I've done reviews on them in the past. I think you can type in like what is cooler and then it will in the chat room at live.pirillo.com and then it'll respond with whatever I happen to be using at the time. Although I'm going to be considering a switch to this. Well, this is just a piece of paper that came with the packaging. Laptop lifts. Laptop lifts. And if you, after hearing about the laptop lifts, want to get your own, head over to go.tagjag.com/lifts. In fact, I think a few people in the chat room have already keyed it in. Thank you very much. So the idea with laptop lifts is well, you've got these rubber grips that essentially you stick on to the bottom of your laptop, and they've got a couple of longer pieces and then 4 shorter pieces that you essentially stick onto the back. Now, why would you do this? Well, one, you're elevating the laptop, which can provide more ventilation, and that is, a good thing. Airflow, you want that. Two, it's padding, so instead of setting the notebook computer down and jarring the components, which isn't likely, but you never know, it may kind of drop or you want to be gentle with your computer, really. And so you've got padding. Then if you set it on like a desk like I have, you should see how many scratches and scuffs that I have because setting like whether it's this or something else on this desk and sliding it around, if it doesn't have something like felt or some rubber, it's going to scratch and scuff. Then it also grips. So the rubber will keep it from sliding around. I mean, of course, once it happens to be on the laptop itself. And then, of course, you can take it with you wherever you go. So you elevate, get airflow, grip, and, also, keep it from marking up anything that you may want to protect. So the idea is rock solid. I am thinking about going and putting these on to this particular notebook computer, my primary notebook at this point in time. I could likely still then use a notebook cooler if I wanted to. The benefit is still likely there. But I'm going to try to go without using a notebook cooler because it's just one more thing on my desk that's kind of cluttery. I mean, it's nice to have it elevated and tilted in a certain way, but I don't really use my notebook keyboard as much since I've got a utility that allows me to use my mouse and keyboard for my primary machine over here and over on this particular computer. It's a nice little piece of software we reviewed before called Teleport. Not talking about Teleport right now. You can do a search for that review on youtube.com, specifically in relation to my name. So it is a very solid concept, laptop lifts, and I don't imagine they're too expensive. They sent this to me to review. Just pieces of rubber that were designed to be, positioned around the laptop. Now, the reason why they're separate pieces is because each laptop or notebook computer is built differently. You wouldn't want to cover any ventilation ports or anything that would, require you to, remove a battery or component. So you got to, position them accordingly to whatever your hardware happens to be. But as I said, go.tagjag.com/lifts will always send you off to the lowest price that we can find for the laptop lifts. Of course, you can find more coupons at coupons.lockergnome.com. And then we also have our community where people love making hardware and software and, accessory recommendations, geeks.pirillo.com. If you know of any other cool things that I may want to take a look at, really cool, airflow, cooling. My email address is chris@pirillo.com. You can find me on Twitter, twitter.com/chrispirillo or just @chrispirillo. Well, on Twitter. You guys are on Twitter, right? I'm thinking you're on Twitter. You guys are you're on Twitter, right? Everybody's on Twitter. Even the President of the United States of America is on Twitter. He doesn't follow me, but, can't really go into that right now. So, you're welcome to join us if you love talking about all this kind of stuff, geeky stuff, not so much the politics. And we're live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, streaming this video out with the chat room integrated at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.